Once upon a time,
I wish
in a far-off kingdom,
more than anything,
lived a young maiden, a sad young
more
lad,
than jewels.
I wish
and a childless baker.
more than life.
I wish
With his wife,
More than anything. More than the moon.
I wish the king is giving a festival.
More than life. I
I
wish
wish to go to the festival.
more than riches. I wish my cow would give us some milk.
More than anything.
I wish we had a child.
I want a child.
I wish we had a child. I wish.
You wish to go to the festival?
the poor girl's mother had died.
You, Cinderella, the festival? You wish to go to the festival? The festival! The King Festival!
And her father had taken as his new wife
The festival!
a woman with 2 daughters of her own.
Look at your nails.
Look at your dress. People would laugh at you.
Nevertheless,
She
I
still wish to go to the festival and dance
before the prince.
All 3 were beautiful of face, but vile and black of heart. Jack, on the other hand, had no father, and his mother,
I wish.
well, she was not quite beautiful.
I wish my son was not a fool. I wish my house was not a mess. I wish the cow was full of milk. I wish the walls were full of gold. I wish a lot of things. You foolish child, what in heaven's name are you doing with a cow inside the house?
A warm environment might be just what Milky White needs to produce his milk.
It's a she!
How many times must I tell you? Only she's can produce milk. Come in, little girl. I wish it's not for me, it's for my granny in the woods. A loaf of bread, please, to bring my poor old hungry granny in the woods. Just a loaf of bread, please.
Cinderella's stepmother had a surprise for her.
I have emptied this pot of lentils into the ashes for you. If you can pick them out again in 2 hours' time, you shall go to the ball with us.
And perhaps a sticky bun or 4. Birds in the sky, birds in the eaves, in the leaves, in the fields, in the castles and ponds, and a few of those pies, please. Down from the eaves and the leaves, down the fields, down the castles and Now listen to me, Jack. Milky White must be taken to market.
But mother, no, he's the best cow.
Was. She's been dry for a week. With no food and no money and no choice but to sell her. Well, she can still command a price.
But Milky White is my best friend in the whole world.
Look at her. There are bugs on her ducks. There are flies in her eyes. There's a lump on her rump, big enough to be a hump, but fun. We've no time to sit and dither, while her withers wither with her. And no one keeps a cow for a friend. Sometimes I fear you're touched. Into the woods, it's time to go
don't stray and be late.
And save some of those sweets for Granny.
Into the woods and down the dell, the path is straight, I know it well. Into the woods, but who can tell what's waiting on the journey? Into the woods to bring some bread to Granny, who is sick in bed. Never can tell what lies ahead, for all that I know, she's already dead. But into the woods, into the woods, into the woods, to grandmother's house and pull me for dark.
Hurry up and do my hair, Cinderella. Are you ready?
Here I come, a little hair, Cinderella. Can you hide with the hat?
You look beautiful.
I know. She needs me. Put it in a twin. Who will be there?
Mother said be good, father said be nice. That was always their advice. So be nice, Cinderella. Good Cinderella. Nice, good, nice.
Tighter.
What's the good of being good if everyone is blind and you're always looking kind? Never mind, Cinderella. Kind Cinderella. Nice, good, nice. Kind, good, nice.
Not that tight.
Sorry.
Claude.
Because the baker had lost his mother and father in a baby accident. Well, at least that is what he believed. He was eager to have a family of his own and was determined that all efforts until now had failed.
Who could that be?
We sold our last loaf of bread.
It's the witch from next door! We have no bread!
Of course you have no bread.
Well, what do you wish?
It's not what I wish. It's what you wish.
Nothing cooking in there now, is there?
The old enchantress told the couple she had placed a spell on their house.
Spell? What spell?
In the past, when you were no more than a babe, your father brought his young wife and you to this cottage. They were a handsome couple, but not handsome neighbors. You see, your mother was with child and she had developed an unusual appetite. She took one look at my beautiful garden and told your father that what she wanted more than anything in the world was greens, and nothing but greens. Parsley, peppers, cabbages, and celery, asparagus, and watercress, and fiddleworth, and lettuce. He said, all right, but it wasn't quite, because I caught him in the autumn in my garden one night. He was robbing me, raping me, rooting through my rutabaga, raiding my arugula, and ripping up the brandy and my cherry and my favorite. I should have laid a spell on him right there. Could have turned him into a doll, or a stone, or a chair, or a stool. But I let him have the rabbit and I lost to spare. In return, however, I said, fair is fair. You can let me have the baby that your wife will bear. And we'll call it square.
I had a brother?
No.
But you had a sister.
But the witch refused to tell him any more of his sister, not even that her name was Rapunzel. She went on.
I thought I had been more than reasonable, and that we all might live happily ever after. But how was I to know what your father had also hidden in his pocket?
What?
You see, when I had inherited that garden, my mother had warned me I would be punished if I were ever to lose any of the beans. The special beans. I let him go. I didn't know he'd stolen my beans. I was watching him crawl back over the wall, and then bang, crash, and the light flash. And well, that's another story. Never mind. Anyway, at last the big day came. I made my claim. I don't take away the baby. They shrieked and screeched, but I did, and I knew it would never be reached. Your father cried and your mother died, and for extra men, I as if it was okay. So sorry, I'm still not falling apart, and I laid a little spell on them. You too, son.
Ooh!
That your family tree would always be a barren one. So, there's no more fuss and there's no more seeds and my garden thrives. You see my nectarines, but I'm telling you the same I tell kings and queens. You never ever mess around with my greens, especially the beans. fetch the best price you can for her. No less than 5 pounds. Are you listening to me?
Yes, yes.
How much are you to ask?
No more than 5 pounds.
Less than 5. Jack, 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 head in a sack. The house is getting colder. This is not a time for dreaming. Chimney stack starting to crack. The mice are getting older. The floor's gone slack. Your mother's getting older. Your father's not back. And you can't just sit here dreaming pretty dreams. The wish should wait from day to day. Will never keep the wolves away. So into the woods, the time is now. We have to live, I don't care how. Into the woods to sell the cow. You must begin to journey. Into the woods without delay. You have to face the marketplace. Into the woods to journey.
Into the woods to sell a friend.
Someday you'll have a real pet, Jack.
Can I have a piggy?
Meanwhile, the witch, for purposes of her own, explained how the baker might lift the spell.
You wish to have the curse reversed? I'll need a certain potion first. Go to the wood and bring me back 1, the cow as white as milk, 2, the cape as red as blood, 3, the hair as yellow as corn, 4, the slipper as pure as gold. Bring me these before the time of midnight, in 3 days' time, and you shall have, I guarantee, a child as perfect as child can be.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you!
Go to the woods! May I go to the festival?
The festival? Darling those nails, darling those clothes. Lentils are one thing, but darling with those, you'll make us the fools of the festival. And more to buy the prince.
The carriage is waiting.
We must be gone.
Good night, Father.
Oh,
I wish.
Look what I found in Father's hunting jacket!
Me?
Yes, I wonder if they... Yes!
We'll take them with us.
No! You are not to come!
I know you're frightened of
No.
the woods at night.
The spell is on my house. Only I can lift the spell. The spell is on my house. No. No, you're not to come, and that's final. Now, what am I to return with?
You don't remember? The cow is white as milk, the cape is red as blood, the hair is yellow as corn, slipper as pure as gold.
The cow is white as milk, the cape is red as blood, the hair is yellow as corn, the slipper is pure as gold.
Demands. As for Cinderella,
I still wish to go to the festival.
The cow is white as milk, the cape is red as blood, the hair is yellow as corn.
The slipper
The slipper is pure as gold, the cow, the cape, the slipper is pure as gold. Into the woods, it's time to go, it may be all in vain, you know. Into the woods, but even so, I have to take the journey.
into the woods, the path is straight, I know it well, but who can tell? Into the woods
To lift the spell,
into the woods to fetch the thief.
to make the potion.
Into the woods without regret, the choice is made, the task is set. Into the woods, but not forgetting why I'm on the journey. Into the woods to get my wish, I don't care how the time is now. Into the woods to sell the cow.
Into the woods to get the money.
Into the woods to lift the spell.
To make the potion.
Into the woods to grandmother's house. Into the woods to grandmother's house.
The way is clear, the light is good. I have no fear, nor no one should. The woods are just trees, the trees are just wood. No need to be afraid there.
There's something in the glade there.
you know my name?
When first I appear, I seem mysterious. But when explained, I am nothing serious.
Say that again.
On your way to market. You might have been there long ago. Taking your time, Jack.
No, sir.
Is that the truth?
I was just resting.
How much are you asking for the animal?
No less than 5 pounds.
Oh, now, Jack, why such a sum?
Well, my mother told me.
Your mother? A boy your age? You'd be lucky to exchange her for a sack of beans.
Well, Come along, Milky White. There are spirits here.
And after 2 sticky buns and a half a loaf of bread, the little girl with the red cape was in for a surprise.
Good day, young lady.
Good day, Mr. Wolf.
Whither away so hurriedly?
To my grandmother's.
And what might be in your basket?
Bread and wine, so grandmother will have something good to make her strong.
And where might this grandmother live?
A good quarter of a league further into the woods, under 3 large oak trees.
Look at that flesh. Pink and plump. Hello, little girl. Tender and fresh. Not one lump. Hello, little girl. This one's especially lush. Delicious. Hello, little girl. What's your rush? You're missing all the flowers. The sun won't set for hours. Take your
Mother
time.
said straight ahead, not to lay or be misled.
Just so, little girl, hark and hush. The birds are singing sweetly. Miss the birds completely. You're traveling so fleetly. Grandmother first, then Miss Plum. What a delectable couple. Art of perfection, one brittle, one soft, one moment.
Mother said, come what may, follow the path and never stray.
Just so, little girl, any path, so any worth exploring. This one would be so boring. And look what you're ignoring. Think of those crisp, aging bones, then something fresh on the palate. Think of that scrumptious carnality twice in one day. There's no possible way to describe what you feel when you're talking to your me.
Mother said not to stray, so I suppose a small delay. Granny might like a fresh bouquet. Goodbye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, little girl. And hello. Lunch!
Is harm to come to that little girl in the red cape?
Forget the little girl and get the cape!
You frightened me!
That's the cape! Get it! Get it! Get it!
How am I supposed to get it?
You go up to the little thing and you take it!
I can't take a cake from a little girl. Why don't you take it?
If I could, I would, but I can't! My Rapunzel! Listen to her beautiful music! Get me what I need! Get me